welcome to my first ever educational vlog. So today, tuturuan ko po sa iyo about ano mga operations ginagamit para mag-perform. Tinawag pa siya ang order of operations. So, ito yung apat lang madalas ginagamit sa mga order of operations. So, kasi sa session 2, tuturuan po ko sa iyo ng session 2 ng math series ang mga dagdag ng dalawang letters. Yan ang P and E. Pero for today muna, we will use this M-DAS. So, M is for multiplication. This one is division. This one is addition. This one is subtraction. So, yung ito madalas na ginagamit po sa order of operation kasi sometimes may mga equations o yung mga kailangan may solve. So, sa mga students, minsan magugulo kung ano mauna, yung MD ba o yung AS. Don't worry, tuturuan ko po sa iyo. So, ang mauna dapat po yung M, which is for multiplication, or D, which is division. May mga cases na pwede baliktaran ang mga equations o yung mga symbols. So, the way na kailangan tandaan is kailangan to the very left or yung sa pinakakaliwa ng mga questions. So, ganun pa rin po sa A or S, which is addition or subtraction. Again, pwede siya baliktaran kasi kailangan ang makukuha is to the very left. Okay, so bibigay ko po ng example. So, I'll give you 5 examples at po kailangan para intindihin kung paano gagawin sa order of operations. Ang mga sagot dito ay kinuha ko to sa isang book, which is the Matalino Challenge 1, na kinuha ko to nung since grade 4 pa lang. So, ito po yung activity ko kung sa quarantine pa lang. So, bibigay kita ng example, 8 plus 5 minus 3 times 7 divided by 1 minus 4 plus 6 times 9 is divided by 2 equals blank. So, kailangan intindihin mo muna kung paano mag-solve ng mga order of operations. So, the way to do this is to find kung ano pinakakaliwa. So, remember, it's M-DAS. So, kailangan malaman what is M, multiplication. Since pinakakaliwa naman ang multiplication, so ito yung mauna. So, copy 8 plus 5. Since negative po sila, so tuturuan kita sa order of solving integers pala o yung operations of integers. Kailangan kung positive siya at times negative yung sagot. So 7 times negative 3 is equals to negative 21. So divided by 1, any number divided by 1 is always the same answer, yung dividend. So negative 21. So, ang next gagawin po is copy the 4 plus 6 times 9 is equal to, dapat alamin mo yung tables of 6 or tables of 9. So, in this case, 6 times 9 is equals to, alam mo yung sagot. Tama, 54. So, 54 divided by 2. Kung mahirapan ka, pwede ka magbalikan using this table. 54 divided by 2. So, ilan 5 sa 2? dalawa. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 5 minus 4 is 1. Kaya bring down 14. So, the answer is 14. Okay, it's time to solve. Okay, simulan natin sa plus kasi ang plus pinaka-kaliwa yun. 8 plus 5 is 13. Negative 21 minus 4 is negative 25. Plus 14 ay, kung tandaan mo lagi ang symbols nito. Okay? So the answer dapat is 2. Another example for this MDAS rule is 2 plus 4 times 8 plus 7. So again, we'll use the MDAS rule. So multiplication, since times lang kasi at walang division, so multiplication lang. 4 times 8 equals to 32 plus 2 plus 7. So 32 plus 7 is 39, and then 39 plus 2 is equal to 41. Ito yung pinaka-final answer nila. So, here's the third example. Tapos, after this video, this third solution, bibigay kita ng homework na kailangan papasagutin sa bahay. So, here's another example. That's 8 plus 4 times 3. So, we'll use the same operation. We'll use the same order of operation. So, multiplication first. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 8 is equal to 20. So, bakit 20 ang sagot? Kasi kailangan 4 times 3. So, alamin mo dapat yung 4 or 3 times table. So ito po yung, yung 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. Tapos yung 4 times table is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. So, ito po yung pinakasagot nila. So, 4 times 3 equals to 12. Tapos, may 8 pa dito. So, dagdagan ng 8. Tapos, 20 ang final sagot. So, don't forget to box your final answer. Continuing on po, para sa order of operations, yung kanina po sa basic order of operations, madali lang po. Pero this time naman, this is more complicated kasi may dalawang letters po dito. So, tuturuan ko po sa iyo anong ibig sabihin. Ang P ay ibig sabihin ng parenthesis. Ang parenthesis po ay ginagamit po sa pag-group ng mga numbers. So, ito po dapat uunahin po para sa order of operations. Next one is exponents, which is, for example, x raised to square. Ito po pinagmumultiply by the number itself. Like, kunyari, 4 raised to 2 is equal to 16. Or 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16 also. Next is multiplication. Next is division, addition, and subtraction. So, tandaan lang po, ang parenthesis ang pag-group, ang exponents ay pag-add, or mag-multiply ng ilang beses by the number itself. Multiplication is multiplying them repeatedly. Division ay paghahati. Addition ay pagdagdag or put together, tapos subtraction ay pagbabawas. So, the easiest way to remember para hindi ka malilito ay ang gems. Alam mo yung gems na diamond? Parang ganun din ang proseso sa paggawa ng mga order of operations. Groupings and symbols for G, exponents for E, multiplication or divisions for M, tapos subtract or add para sa letter S. So, G-E-M-S, gems. Yan ang pinaka basic na tandaan. Pero mas matataan when you use a phrase. Kung PEMDAN siya, pretty excellent my dear Ate Susie. Okay? Pretty excellent my dear Ate Susie. Okay? Yung PEMDAS. Para hindi intindihan ang praise ito. Tapos yung gems naman, good to be excellent myself. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng gems, okay? So, welcome to the session 2 of my math series. So, bibigay kita kung ano ibig sabihin ng fraction. So, ito yung discussion for today. When we say fractions, ito po yung part of a whole or a part din ng buong object o yung kahit ano. So, bibigay kita ng example. So, ito po yung figure to. So, let's say this is like a box of brownies or an ice tray. So, kinuha ko o kinain ko ang box of brownies o yung ice. Kunyari ha. So ang 3 ang numerator kasi 1 2 3 ang shaded ko para sa isang tray. 3/5 of ice tray. So 3 is the numerator and the 5 is the denominator. Yung pinakabuong object nila. So, ang tinawag dyan sa gitna ay fraction bar. So, may mga cases na pwede gawin sa fraction is pwede mag-divide siya into percentage. So, move down here, yung sa types of fractions, tatlong basic types of fractions. Proper, improper, mixed number, and forgot something ng na isa. So, 5 po pala ang mga types of fractions. Simulan natin po sa proper. Ayan guys. So, bakit tinawag po siyang proper fraction? Kasi po, ang proper fraction ay ang fraction na proper siya. Kasi dahil sa numerator, mas maliit kaysa sa denominator. So, bibigay ito ng example. (6 over 12). Proper fraction siya. Another one is 8 over 9, which is also the proper fraction, and 2/5. Proper fraction siya din. So, let's move on to improper fractions. Tinawag po siyang improper fractions dahil ang numerator ay mas malaki sa denominator. So, baliktaran po ng proper fraction. So, kunwari, kung 6 over 12, magiging 12 over 6. Kasi ang process po na binaliktad lang po ang proper and improper fractions. Kasi ang proper, ang opposite niya is improper. Okay. So, baliktaran ng 8 over 9 magiging 9 over 8. At saka, yung 2/5 magiging 5 over 2. So, ito po yung diferensya po. Take a look at the difference between proper and improper. So, next po is mixed number. Ang mixed number po ay combination po ng whole number and a fraction. So, example, 6 and 1/3. So, ito po yung part nila, whole number and then fraction. So, yung whole number is 6. At saka yung fraction nila is 1/3. Okay? And another one is 10 over 1 over 100. Okay? Okay. So 10 is the whole number and then 1 over 100 is the fraction. Gets mo guys ha? Tapos yung whole number, ang whole number lang po ay number lang. Wala siyang wala po siyang na fraction. Okay? So example, 6. And then another one is 14 and this 36. Ito yung whole number. Another thing is yung when the numerator and denominator are the same, so kunwari it's 100 over 100. That will give us 1. And for zero fractions po, ang ibig sabihin ng zero fractions, ang numerator is always 0. So, kunwari, 0 over 9. That will give us 0. Or, 0 over 4 is also 0. One thing to notice na para sa whole number na yan ay hindi po applicable sa 0 over 0. This is a big no. And another thing po is, hindi po pwede ang denominator ang 0 sa denominator. So, kunwari, 9 over 0. So, don't try to calculate that because this is undefined. So, when you use a calculator at nilagay mo 9 divided by 0 is always undefined or is a mathematical error. So, don't ever divide that, okay? So, ito po yung gagawin. So, change from mixed number to improper fraction. So, ang unang example, kunwari, is 6 and 1 over 5 or 6 and 1/5. So, ang gagawin mo dyan is multiply the whole number and the denominator, and then after that add the numerator. So 6 times 5 is equal to 30 plus 1 is 31 and then copy the denominator. So always remember, copy the denominator times the whole number and the denominator, and then after that add the numerator. Another is 10 and 4 over 7. So again, we'll use the same technique. Sorry guys ha. 10 times 7 is 70, and then 70 plus 4 is 74 over 7. So, ito po yung gagawin pag changing from mixed number to improper fraction. Okay? Next naman is change from improper fraction to mixed number. So, this is the opposite way. Pero, here's a different technique. Okay? So, for example, 36 over 7. So, alamin mo dapat kung mga tables of 37. Ayan. So, in this case, ilan 36 sa 7? 5. Kasi, di ba, 5 times 7 is 35. So, lagay mo dyan 5. And then, subtract mo, from 36 minus 35. So, ano matira dyan? 1. So, 1 over 7. So, yan ang pinaka-final answers. And then, another example is 9 over 2. So, lalagay kita ng lines para matandaan mo. So, ilan 9 sa 2? So lalagay ito daw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, 4 is the whole number. And then, ano matitira ng kulang no, sa 9? 1. So, lagay mo 1 and then 2. So, ang final answer is 4 and 1/2. So, ang next po session is how to simplify to the lowest term. So, mostly sa mga answers nila, kailangan ng final answer dapat lowest term. Kasi kung ganyan ang standard na answer, mali, considered wrong. So, kailangan po mag-simplify to lowest term o yung lowest fraction. So for example, is 39 over 45. So, pwede siya i-divide by 3. So, 39 over 45 divided by 3 over 3 is, so 39 divided by 3 first is 13, and 45 divided by 3 is 15. So, ang final answer po is 13 over 15. Kung kunyari, so, kunyari, 400 divided by 1,000. May dalawang options po. Pwede mag-start sa 2, tapos i-divide hanggang makukuha ng lowest term. Or, maghanap ka na ng higher number para mas mabilis. So, 400 divided by 1,000 is the highest number is 100. So, ang 400 divided by 1,000 is 4 over 10. Pwede pa i-simplify by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 2 over 5. So, ito po yung pinaka-final answer nila ng 400 over 1,000 is equal to 2 over 5. Ang ginawa ko po kasi 100 muna kasi kailangan hanapin po ng higher number para mabilis. Kasi when you use 2, mahirapan yun kasi magdi-divide ka pa. So, gusto ko yung mabigay ng mabilis na method. Okay? So after that, 4 over 10. Kasi pwede siya i-divide by 2 kasi even number sila. So, 4 over 10 divided by 2 over 2 is equal to 2 over 5. So, ayan guys. Thank you for watching my first two sessions. Ang next video po, ang tungkol po sa rounding off numbers. So, marami po salamat sa inyo.